Hello guys and welcome back to another two-man modern match. I won the die roll. Looking at this opening 7, that's just a snap mulligan, no green source, no blue source. Generally one lander with this deck is just an automatic mulligan 99% of the time. Yeah, this is a pretty bad hand, but I don't see myself mulliganing it. I'm on the play, so it's not that slow, and I'll just hope to top deck some ramp. Starting with the Valakut, I'm not gonna use my mana on turn 1, and coming into play tapped can be pretty bad on the later turns. Okay, so it's pretty clear he has a Spell Snare. That's a pretty nice draw there. A ramp spell that doesn't get spell snared. I'll find myself a breeding pool, as I really need the blue mana for Cryptic, and I need the green now to suspend the search. Okay, so he's not on Spell Snare, he's playing Splinter Twin. And now he sees that the coast is clear, so I have to watch out for the turn 4 kill. I have minimized the chat, because I've had some pretty bad experiences with rude opponents. So that's why you don't see the chat and the game log. I really want Ramber Islands. I really need an island next turn to have Cryptic up. If not, I'm left defenseless, and I'll most likely lose to his combo. I think he's just setting up for the turn 4 kill here. I think we need some kind of miracle here. He will most likely Pestermite or Deceiver on my upkeep and just lock me out of blue mana and kill me. But let's play it out. He didn't do that, and I top decked the blue source, so we're in business. Still only 2 lands away from killing him. So it turns out maybe he just wants Dispel backup. I'm not sure. Or he just doesn't have the 3-drop for his combo. Tectonic Edge, that's the thing. That's the thing against me. Here, I feel like I get Cryptic on his end step to cut him from Dispel backup. But I think it's pretty loose. However, I do have 2 Cryptics, so I should probably do it. Returning his Steam Vents. He might just Tech Edge me, but then I know I'm safe for another turn, which is kind of like a Time Walk. He could, yeah, Dispel. That's fine. I guess he doesn't have the here he will probably Tech Edge me end of turn. I guess he doesn't have the Pestermite. In that case, he would just have played the Pestermite, untapped the Steam Vents, and dispelled my Cryptic if he still wanted to do that. It doesn't really make sense to me. Yeah, I think I will respond with a pier. If I find a bolt, I'll bolt it. If not, I'll just cryptic it. No, I don't have the mana for that, sorry. Okay, I'll just cryptic it to make sure I'm not dead on the next turn. Getting to cryptic is very important so that he doesn't have the ability to remand or dispel, so I think you should pretty much cryptic anything he taps out for. Getting his 5th land into play. And I think at this point I should just go for it. He needs to have the counterspell. Remand is probably the one. Yeah, I think this is right. Just jamming the Scapeshift out there. If he has the combo, I'll raise him. If he doesn't have the counterspell, he's dead. I think this is a fine play. Even though he just might Izzet Charm it. Then I look pretty silly. I think there's a cryptic incoming. And I'll hope to find a new one with my peer. Yeah, cryptic, counter draw. That's basically the worst counterspell he could have, but I think we need to go for it. If we just say go, we're dead to the combo. Drawing another Scapeshift, that's just brutal. I think tapping like this is fine. I have 8 lands, so I don't care about the Tectonic Edge. I'm still able to shoot for 18. And he basically needs a hard counter here. Snapcaster. Or another Cryptic, in which case I can dig for either Remand or Izzet Charm. So I think I'm in a pretty good spot here. The best I can hope for, looking at how the game turned out. Snapcaster Mage, tapping out for a Cryptic. So now I have a pretty good chance of hitting the backup spell on my Peer Through Depths. Yeah, the Cryptic is what he targeted. Can't see it because I'm minimized. Cryptic command. Well, let's see if I can find the backup spell. I couldn't. Unfortunately. And he will get to Cryptic my Scapeshift. I'll peer right away so that it doesn't get Izzet Charmed. Searching up a Remand, pretty bad. 10 cards from the top I had there. But that happens. Usually I would be able to find a 7 of, I believe. Yeah, 7 of in my deck off of 5 cards, but not this time, and we have a ball game. He's got a lot of cards. I think that was my window to win the game. Double Tectonic Edge, so now I need a land and a Scapeshift, which is pretty hard. Getting through his 5 cards also. He'll Tectonic Edge right away. I'm not sure that's right, but okay, cutting me from red mana. I guess that's fine. Doesn't really do much. But now he doesn't have to hold up mana for the rest of the game. I guess that's great motivation to do so. I'm on a pretty slow clock. I think I have a few turns, unless he just has the combo now, which could be the case. Is it charm? I think I'll play it on either his end step or my next turn. Vendilion Click. I think we let that one resolve, because remanding it will just have him play it again. I would rather just have him take one of these cards, and then I'll try to go for the win next turn. He'll most likely take the Acid Charm unless he's stacked with counter spells, in which case we lose anyway. So I don't think we're in that much of a tougher spot than before. I could see myself killing the click here to buy myself a few turns. I think I'll go for that. Maybe he just doesn't care with counter spells in hand. So I'll go to 9. I think he's just trying to slowly grind me out here. Pestermite. I think remanding that card will give me a few draws to get the win here. I'm just hoping he hasn't got another counterspell. Remanding. So, sure, not much I can do about that. Remanding his own Pestermite. He must have another remand then. This is very dangerous for him. I'll just pass the turn. Try to look like someone who just drew a cryptic. I'm not sure how much value there is in that. Too bad we bricked on that turn with the pier, but that's basically how the matchup goes. So, let's see. He is probably going to play Kikijiki and kill me here. Yep. So that's game 1. Not much I could have done here. Mulligan got cryptic a few times and didn't have it on the crucial turn. Here I have 2 Combust, 2 Swan Songs, and I'll board out the bolts, which are fine, but by no means better than these. And I think the last card to board out is Cultivate. It's just too slow. I could board in Gigadrowse to kind of beat his control plan, but Gigadrowse will just do nothing against his the combo of his own. So I'll leave it in the board for dedicated control decks like Blue-Eyed Red. 11 ramp is fine. Still having answers to a Pestermite and Splinter Twin here. Some kind of inevitability against his combo here. Yeah, solid. A Swan Song is just good. It will counter random Blood Moon. It will win a counter war. It will counter his Splinter Twin. It just Swiss Army knife in this matchup. And the rest of the cards are just solid. So I'll run it like that. I'll definitely play and keep a 7-card hand. That's a good sign. I should probably lead on Stomping Grounds here, so that if I draw an Acid Charm, I don't have to take any damage from my lands. But most likely I'm just going to play one of these 2. Drew the Acid Charm. I don't think there's anything he can drop on turn 2 that will make me wanna Is It Charm. I'll play Sakura, hoping to catch him off guard with 6 lands, Prismatic Omen, Scapeshift. With 6 lands and Prismatic Omen, you can get 2 Valor Cuts and 4 of any land, and that'll be game. So that's what we're looking for here. I think playing like this, getting the Omen into play is valuable. This is basically my window for it. And then at 6 lands, I will play Scapeshift plus Swan Song and just win the game. And I'm 1 land short of doing that, so he's under some kind of pressure here. So this is where it gets a little dangerous. If he has, yeah, he didn't have any piece for his combo. Tectonic Edge. Yeah, that's fine. So I'll just take the turn, draw a remand. Now I can't go off because he'll just Tech Edge me in response, and I will only have 5 lands. So I'm just playing the patient game here with a handful of counters. Killing my stomping ground here. Yeah, that seems right. I should probably Is It Charm for a land here and try and go off. Draw 2, discard 2, and those 2 cards will be Remand and Cryptic Command. That's pretty sick. Yeah. So basically now he needs 2 remands. If he has a counter flux, that's a thing. So I'll play like this. I'll play Escape Shift. Is It Charm. Pay 2. Maybe he has double Is It Charm. I guess it's fine. I should definitely pay. Paying 2 for the Scapeshift. Sacrificing 6 lands. Getting 2 Valor Cuts, so that's 24 damage. I'm not sure if he's familiar with how a Prismatic Omen and Valor Cut works. Maybe he just didn't have anything. I don't know. Anyway, it's on to game 3, I believe. He just lets me play it out for time reasons, I guess. So anyway, I like the sideboard plan with cheap backup spells for our combo and for their combo. Snapcaster Mage might be a bit heavy in this matchup. whatever I target just is bound to get remanded. But I think it's worth it. Like Snapcaster, Combust, it's very powerful. Snapcastering a Swan Song is pretty cheap interaction. And there aren't any cards in the board that I would like over it. It could be 1 bolt for 1 Snapcaster, but I'll run it back like in game 2. Now that he's on the play, he's threatening a pretty early kill. But I think Remand, Is a Charm, Swan Song will help me advance, and I hope I can make more land drops than him to have a better late game. That's how I want the matchup to play out. Just play my lands and have some amount of backup, or just trying to stop him cold. See, this is just a mulligan. If this was a breeding pool or stomping ground, it would be borderline, but there's no way I'm keeping that. Another 1-lander, which we can't mulligan. If we see a land, we're in business, and we have 2 turns to find it. It's a big risk, but going to 5 is like suicide in this format, or where it's a lot about card advantage, card quality. Going to 5 just seems unreasonable. We will beat a 7-card hand from him. Didn't get the land on the first draw. Hoping to find it next time, or we could be in serious trouble. We got it, so we're in business. I think playing the Farseek is right here, because he cannot Is a Charm Sakura, and we really need to ramp here. So we got away with a risky hand, but this game is far from over. We will still lose to the... If he main faces his Deceiver now and holds up Dispel, we're still dead, so... Whoa, he's looking for lands. That's a very good sign for us. He has sideboarded in Batterskull. It just seems unlikely he'll tap out for 5 mana, pass the turn, and win the game from there. I can't see that happening. This tells us he might be on some kind of a Blood Moon plan. I'll be playing. Maybe I should just play double Sakura and be open for 1 turn. I like that. Actually, this one's pretty good against Blood Moon. I'll just slam the Prismatic Omen. That's a very good draw as 1 of. If you draw multiple, they're pretty bad, but just drawing the 1 is extremely good. Sacking the Sakura for an island here. We came a pretty long way from the 1-land hand that we kept. And this is just awesome. Sitting on 2 counterspells. I really want him to make his move here. Yeah, I'm crypticking. Basically forcing him to have the Dispel. Which he might have. In that case, I'll just remand the Dispel. Oh, no, he didn't have it. Okay, this is good news. The Valakut will trigger right away, and slowly putting a clock on him. He could still be holding the combo. That's a pretty good draw. I think I'll just deal 3 to him, play the Scapeshift. With remand backup. Do it like that. So now he needs... Well, if he has a remand, then fine. Not much to do about it if he has remand and the combo. But we should definitely just play it here. Force him to... Yeah, he didn't have the answer. That was a pretty fortunate top deck coming from one land hand, but that's basically what this deck does. Win out of nowhere, try to play a bunch of speed bumps for your opponent, and just try to get there before they get you. Yeah, see you in the next match.